I would like to talk about the power of inner life in film and TV acting. In this video, I will discuss the importance of inner life in on-camera acting, and I will offer 3 tips on how to approach film and television scenes in a way that will help you open up to a new world of possibilities in your performances. In film and television, the inner life of a character is absolutely crucial because it forms a foundation that gives the character authenticity, depth, and emotional truth. Unlike stage acting, where gestures and the need to project your voice so that it reaches the back row of the audience, it gives the work of the actor more of an externalized approach. Film and television acting relies so much more on subtlety and internalization and intimacy. The camera captures the slightest shifts in expression, the flicker of your eyes, the change of your tone and your energy, which means that as the actor, your internal state of being must be vivid and emotionally engaged, and the concerns about what's happening outwardly is much more minimal in television and film. There's a great interview with Tennessee Williams, and he talks about Marlon Brando as an actor, particularly as a film and television actor. And he was talking about how compelling Marlon Brando was on film. And it was because, he said the reason why was because you can see all of the flickers of life. And I always loved that description. So that's why inner life is so much more powerful in television and film. And it's because the camera itself is so highly sensitive to the psychic energy that happens inside of human beings. So if there is any kind of false note, the camera will pick that up too. But if there's truth and depth, the camera will also pull it right in, and then the audience will be able to truly feel the character. And this is such an exciting opportunity for every film and television actor to get more acquainted with and to incorporate this understanding into their work. The next time you watch a film or a television show, I highly encourage you to really pay attention to how much the characters, especially the lead characters, are on screen without talking. I think if you really pay attention to how often it happens and for how long it happens, you'll be very surprised. They might be reacting to something, or maybe they're walking down the street in their thoughts and in their inner world. Maybe they're looking out the window. Maybe they're driving and looking out the window and thinking. The intimacy of television and film is so powerful that we forget that, oh my God, the actor is not saying anything. This character hasn't said any lines. They're just thinking. They're just sitting there thinking. And if it's done well, if it's done in a truthful and compelling way by the actor, the character doesn't need to say any words. And that brings me to tip number 1. When you're working on material from a film and television scene, it doesn't matter if it's an audition or if it's you're getting ready to shoot something, look for all of the opportunities for inner life in the text. This creates a much healthier habit, because the tendency is, the first chance you get is you go straight to, where are my lines? Right away, you're creating a nightmare for yourself because you're putting too much emphasis on what you're saying and what the lines are. And in a film and television performance, a complete film and television performance, the inner life of the character is just as important, if not more important, than the lines that they're saying. So that should be something that starts from the jump. When you get the script, really remind yourself to pay attention to all of those opportunities for inner life. A lot of times they're already in the script, or you can feel the opportunity for them in between the lines. It's crucial to take all of the material in, even the descriptions, everything in parentheses, the stage directions. You don't have to follow them to the letter, but you can pull the clues from them and help yourself fill in the story. When is my character thinking? How might my character be listening to that line that was just said to them? How are they digesting it? What's the place that the character's in? And then, what are those special, exciting moments of inner life? Where are they? Or where can I put them? And you begin in your first step to look at the scene in a different way. Tip number 2, practice the inner life just as much as you practice the lines. A lot of times with inner life and silence, it makes us extremely uncomfortable, and we feel like the air is going to fall out from underneath the scene, and so we rush to our line before we actually have an opportunity to complete the transition or the moment of inner life, whatever it might be. Don't rush over these things. Don't gloss over them, because it's about the truthfulness of those moments. And sometimes moments of inner life involve the actor being available to their vulnerability. And this is also something that's uncomfortable sometimes, and that can cause us to rush instead of being more patient and allowing the inner life to complete itself before we go to the next moment or before we go to the next line. Something that I really love doing when I coach is I encourage the actors to improvise the scene. Throw the paper down and feel your way through the scene without grabbing onto the lines, and instead free yourself. Place yourself into the circumstances, and it sharpens your listening, and it also allows you the opportunity to fully experience the scene without that sense of obligation getting in the way of spontaneity and truth. Tip number 3, use your craft to personalize the inner life. In other words, personalize your place. Endow the fourth wall and personalize the fourth wall. And if you use it, you have something there that's going to be alive and that's going to take you on a journey. Explore your behavior. When your place is personalized and you have a strong environment around you, you have a fourth wall, you have a sense of privacy for the character, it helps alleviate your self-consciousness and opens up another avenue of truth and intimacy and privacy that can really help pull the camera into your soul. Inner life in film and television acting is not about something that the audience sees. It is about something that they can feel. Our job is to tell the truth, and that truthful inner life is what transforms a good performance into a great performance. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Click on the description below for links to our website as well as our free weekly newsletter. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.